Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this week's video, I'm going to be showing you how I curl my hair. This is a question that I am actually asked a lot because my hair is so long and I like to do kind of more like beachy waves. So along with how I curl my hair, I've done 3 different hairstyles which you'll see later on in the video. This is one of the hairstyles, just a like kind of French braid with little pigtails at the bottom. But if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so you're notified the next time I upload. And I hope you like this video, so we'll get on with the video. So the curling iron that I'm going to use today is the Newlook 1-inch barrel. We actually don't have Newlook sold over in the UK, but I got this in TK Maxx. I actually think this was like an end of line product because I managed to get this for £20 out of TK Maxx. So I've just tied my hair up half down just so that I can get to the underneath layer of my hair. It just makes it really nice and easy when you're curling it. So I like to work from the back of my hair. So I've just parted my hair in 2 at the back. I'll show you here. Just parted it in 2, and then I'm just going to take one section. I like to start, this is the thicker part of my hair because my parting falls more on the right hand side of my face. So I'm just going to take about like a 1-inch section from the back of my head. Just brush through it to make sure there's no tangles. And then I'm just going to take my curling iron. I hold it over my head so it's pointing down the way. And then curl it round. And I don't like to like flatten the curl against the barrel. I prefer doing it when you kind of twist the hair naturally around it, because that'll give you a more like kind of spirally look. And I like to hold mine on for a couple more seconds and then I'll release. When I release it, you see I catch it like in my hand here. That's just to make sure it is quite hot, so if you have like safety gloves, I would wear like a heat protectant safety glove. I do have here on my desk a heat mat so that I can put my iron down comfortably and I'm not burning anything, but just make sure when you're using hot tools that you're being safe about it. So I'm just holding this in my hand. It's not too hot, but it is nice and hot, and when I'm doing this I'm holding the form of the curl, which keeps it nice. So as you can see here, I've got a really lovely like spiral curl, and don't worry, I flick this over to my shoulder, and then at the end I like to kind of pull these out so I get a really nice like soft wave. So I'm just going to do another couple, and then I'll speed this part up and we'll get back when I've finished off the hair. So I only have the front piece of my fringe to do here, but I just wanted to know that all of the curls I like to do, as you can see here, I do them all in the same direction, just the same way like round my head, so making sure that I'm kind of spinning it round the barrel. And then when I get to the front, I like to split this into like 2 sections and do it more holding it out like this and then holding the barrel so that you can get this nice swoop away from your face. So I'm quite happy with how that's all curled. So I'm just gonna pop down the curling iron, and the next thing I like to do is just kind of take my fingers through my hair. So this section of hair I did earlier on, so that meant that this is still a little bit hot here. So I just like to take my hands through my hair, and you can see how that really softens the curls from this to this, and it gives you that kind of more like wavy beachy style. So I'm on my tiptoes now, just so you can see the length of the hair. And then what I like to do is I use the Aussie 3 Miracle Oil Reconstructor, which is really good, and I just put a couple pumps in my hand, and then I just rub it between my fingers, and then I just run this through my hair, and it just really helps to define the curls from when we've like pulled them out there, and just give them a little bit more of that shiny like kind of texture. So this is kind of like the idea that I like to go for with my hair. So you can see how this looks compared to how this looks. And that gives you that really nice like bouncy curly hairstyle. I have a lot of like pictures with this kind of hairstyle on my Instagram. I'll leave that down in the description below so you can go over and follow me. But that's the hairstyle I kind of like most days to wear. So I'm just going to move on to style 1, which is a half up, half down hairstyle. So essentially I like to leave little bits out at the front of my hair, and I'm just going to pull back some of the hair at the back, so it gives you a really nice like kind of volume at the back of your head, but you've still got your hair down. I wore this at my engagement party, and I'll insert a picture here just so you can see what that looks like. But the first thing that you want to do is curl your hair, and then what I like to do is separate little sections at the front to see if I'm like happy with how it hangs down. Quite happy with that side, and then I'll pull this bit out here. Sorry if I'm looking off to the side, my viewfinder's off here and I don't have a mirror, so I'm kind of using this as my reference point to see what it looks like. And then what I like to do is take like from the top of my ear and just kind of pull a little bit of hair back from here. So I've just taken that section up in a diagonal angle, and I just hold on to that section, and then I do the same here. Just let that bit hang down. And then another thing that I like to do to make this look a little bit nicer is I just kind of pull down another section from that front bit. So I'll just pull down like a little section like this. Yep, like that. So it's a bigger section, and I pull down a little bit here again, just to make sure you've got the little bit that you want out. And then this bit, and I'll show you what we're going to do. But then I've got the rest of my hair at the back here, and what I want to do is gather this hair up, and you can either like back comb it if you really want it kind of more puffier. Okay, so I'm just going to pin this back here with some Kirby's. So I'm just going to grab some Kirby's here. I'm just going to pin this in place. So now that that's like pinned in place there, you can see it's like really nice half up, half down. That section that we pulled out at the front, so I'm going to keep this section down. And then I'm just going to pull this section that we left out as well, and I'm just going to twist this round. So this creates like a nice detail along the outside. I'm just going to twist this round, keep it nice and loose, and then I'm just going to pull it out a little bit, just so you get it looking a little bit thicker, and then keep twisting and then pulling it out. And then I'm just going to pull this round the back and lay it over where I lay the first Kirby's. And then you're just using this there to disguise the Kirby's at the back, but also you're going to put another Kirby in it. That's why I like to use like blonde Kirby grips. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to soften this bit up here. And then I'm just going to do the same with this section here. And then that's how you get this really nice, like simple hair up, hair down. And again, like I said, you can back comb this if you want this a little bit bigger. But this is how you get this like half up, half down. And it's really nice and soft. The more that your like curls kind of fall down, the more softer it's going to be around your face. And I don't have like a fringe, I haven't had my hair cut in a while, so my pieces at the front are a little bit bigger. But if you wanted to pull some more behind, again, you just kind of pull them back and Kirby them in. And for like my graduation, I had a similar hairstyle, and I just put a little clasp over the Kirby's at the back there, and it just said like start on it. But it's really nice, you could get some like clasps to put over it just to conceal any of the Kirby's that you've got. But I really love this hairstyle. It's probably like signature hairstyle, and probably when I get married, this is probably going to be the hairstyle that I use. I just think it suits like my face shape, and I'm really comfortable wearing a hairstyle like this because I've got my hair kind of up in a little do, and then I've got my really nice long hair out at the bottom as well. So for this next hairstyle, it's going to be something that you can do two ways. So if you've never did a fishtail braid before, you can do just a normal braid down your hair, but essentially having your hair curled like this gives it a bit more volume, so it makes any braid look a little bit fuller. So what I'm going to do is I'm again just going to separate some of the parts of my hair from the front. so that they'll like nicely hang down. You don't have to include this, but I quite like them to frame my face. And then I'm going to pull all my hair over to one side. And I'm going to show you how to do a really nice simple like just a braid down your hair, and then how I would like pull it out to make it look a little bit nicer. And then I'll show you the fishtail braid, which is one that I like prefer to use. So I'm just going to start off with my hair all pulled over to one side, as you can see here, and then I'm just going to separate it into 3 sort of equal parts. So I've got my 3 sections here, and then I like to cross the front behind when I'm doing a braid. So this is the middle strand, cross the front over and let it hang in the middle, and then take the back and cross the back over the middle one, so that then falls into the middle, and just pull it a little bit tighter. And just repeat this all down your hair until you get to an inch at the bottom or so. It depends how much you want to leave out of it, but I usually just decide on the day when I'm doing it. So as you can see, I'm getting to the bottom of my hair. So I'm just going to tie it off with a white elastic and just tie it off at the bottom like so. And you can see like the end of my hair is still really nice and curly, and then this bit is the fun bit. You get to kind of loosen it all off. So I like to just kind of push all my hair up the way, and then when I get to the braid, you just kind of want to use this like rubbing motion. And the more you kind of rub the hair, the more the hair starts to like kind of pull apart and become a little bit more fuller. But it's a really nice, quick and easy hairstyle to do, and it looks good like on any style of hair. If your hair was a little bit shorter as well, this style would still work and it would still look really, really lovely. But this is another hairstyle that I like to do, but I do the fishtail braid, which gives you a little bit of a different style, but I'll show you how to do that, and then I'll pull that out. So you can see this is a easy version, and then I'll go through the slightly harder version. I want to take a piece from one side and cross it over to the other side and hold it there. So I'm going to start at the front, and I'm just going to take this piece here. So I like to take like a kind of 1 inch or ½ an inch sections. Pull it round, make sure it's tight here, and then grab it with the back section like that. And you want to make sure you're keeping everything nice and tight here, and then I take a little bit from the back and pass it over to the front. So I'll show you that again. So I've got the 2 sections here, take a section from the front, pass it on top over, and grab it with the back, pull it tight and take the back section and pass it over to the front. And what you want to do is keep doing that all the way length down of your hair. So once you're happy where you've fishtailed that down to, you just want to tie it off at the bottom. And again, I'm just using a clear elastic. You can make these sections a little bit smaller so that the fishtail looks a little bit more neater, but I prefer just to do it a little bit bigger so that when you pull it out, it looks really nice. And again, what you want to do is just massage the braid, and it will start to pull itself apart a little bit. And as you can see here, you have this really nice fishtail braid starting to form. And then I just like to pull a little bit out here to make it a little bit more relaxed. And then, as I said, I've got the bits out at the front of my face to help frame my face, and that's all I would do for my fishtail braid. You can either wear it like on the inside, or you can have it so that the outer part is shown at the front. But again, something really nice and simple to do, but it just gives you a little bit of framing to your face, and it adds a little bit of a style to your hair. And you can do this again with short hair or long hair like mine. So hairstyle 3 today is going to be 2 French braids that are going to tie off at the back of the hair so that we've got really nice lovely kind of pigtails. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by sectioning my hair down the middle, pulling that to the front, and then I like to tie away this section of hair when I do a French braid. So I'm just going to tie away a section, and then I'm going to start on this section. So I'll maybe turn round and angle my head back so you can see exactly how I'm doing the French braid. once you've French braided that down, you just want to take, when you get to like the nape of your neck, you just want to take a bobble and tie that off. So you'll have this like French braid style, and then you'll have a little pigtail at the bottom. So I'm just going to quickly go through this side and then I'll be back with you when I'm done. So once you're done, you'll end up with something like this. I'll show you from the back. So you've got two nice French braids here, and then you've got your little pigtails at the bottom. So just add something different. You could wear this kind of hairstyle to the gym, or if you kind of just want your hair back from your face but you want it still to look really nice, and then you've got really nice curls at the bottom as well, so it does make you feel a little bit more kind of girly but sporty as well. This is a really favourite of mine. Thanks guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this week's video. I decided to kind of switch it up from my normal tech videos and do a little beauty video, and since we're coming out of quarantine and lockdown at the moment, and this is kind of like a kind of hairstyles for post-quarantine as well. But thank you, and I'll see you in next week's video.